Good morning, this is Jay from A Stitch in Time in Bemidji, Minnesota, here with a second tutorial on how to transfer our embroidery files from our computer to our memory stick. This one is primarily focused on our Brother or Baby Lock embroidery machines. And so if you have not watched our first tutorial, please click on the link on the screen or in the description below to be taken to that, because that is laying some of the groundwork for what we're doing today. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to go into our embroidery album we created last time. And to do that, you can go to My Documents, you can click on Start and go to the Documents, or I pulled it up right here. And you want to go into your documents, and last time I created the embroidery file called Class Embroidery just for this. I would suggest you have your embroidery file named with your name and clearly identified as an embroidery album so no one deletes it accidentally. I go into Class Embroidery. Again, I have mine grouped into two different vendors. I Need a Good Design, Dakota Collectibles. You can organize these how you want, but you need to go into where you have the designs. And today I'm going to use a design from Dakota Collectibles. And so I go into Dakota Collectibles, and in there I only have one folder right now. It's called Bedtime Critters. So I'm going to open up Bedtime Critters, and most of you will only have your embroidery files in here and the applique instructions and everything else you need there. But because I sell both Janome and Brother Baby Lock, I have both files in here as well. So today we're working with Brother or Baby Lock files, the PES files. So I'm going to open this up. And in here are all of my PES files. Now yours may look just slightly different. I have PE Design Next installed on my computer, and this is the little icon that they give to all those files. So you can either pick out just one individual file in here, or a lot of times what I do is I just select the whole thing if I want them. The biggest thing is just selecting the designs you want, and you can do all of them or you can just do one of them. And so what you do is you can just highlight these, and then you right click on them and click copy. Now it's nothing happens. It's not like a big flash of screen or anything, but they are copied. They're just off in the Netherlands waiting for you to do something else. So then what I need to do is go to my memory stick, and there's several ways to do it. Those of you with Vista or Windows 7, there may be a little link right here to your memory stick, but I'm going to show you the long way around, so in case that is not there, you can still find it. Go to your Start button on your screen, and then click on Computer, and click on your embroidery stick. And I have mine called Embroidery. You may just have it called Removable Stick or something, but I named it Embroidery so that if I have several sticks plugged in, I know which one is my embroidery stick and which one is my one for pictures or files or other things like that. You go into the embroidery stick, and now at this point there's nothing here, and there's two ways I can do this. Brother reads their files at two different places. I can paste all the designs right in here and it'll read them. However, if I'm going to have several hundred designs in here, it would be good if I had some organized structure, some organization to it, or else I'm going to be scrolling through lots of pages on my embroidery machine to find the ones I want. So I'm going to make a folder here, and the way we do that is we right click, we go down here to New, and then we click on Folder. And I'm going to call this what the CD was called, was Bedtime Critters. And then I hit Enter. And so now I have a folder called Bedtime Critters, and I open that up, and I just right click and paste, and there are all my embroidery designs are now onto my memory stick. When I take this memory stick out and plug it into my Brother or Baby Lock embroidery machine, and I touch the USB symbol, it will come up with a folder, and it will say Bedtime Critters or Bedtime, and it might not show all of it because of space, but then I can touch that folder, and here's where all the designs will be. Now what some people do is they put a CD into their CD-ROM, and they just copy the whole CD, all the tutorials, all the different formats and everything else like that, and they come over here to their embroidery stick and they just right click, paste everything in there, and then it doesn't show up on their machine. And that's because we have to do this very specifically. That's why we created the tutorial last time on how to get them off the CD onto the computer in an organized fashion, and then how to bring them over here. So again, you can either put the PES files right here, or you can go in, you can create a folder and put the designs in there. It's either way. It doesn't matter, whichever you want. It's just be aware that if you have 200 designs in here, you're going to have to scroll through a lot of them to find the ones you want. Couple things you can't do. I can't create a folder for bedtime critters and then go in here and create another folder and put the designs in that folder. I can only go one folder deep. So in other words, here's my memory stick. I can create one folder, but I can't go inside of that and create another folder. The machine will not read them. So just again in review, take your designs. You can either put the PES designs directly onto the memory stick and stick them right into the machine, or we can create a folder and then put the PES designs in there. Do not include any PDF files. That's like the tutorial files. Do not include any other formats, like for your Bernina or your Janome or your Viking. I recommend only putting PES files onto your Brother memory stick. Well, that should do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And happy stitching!